On a different topic, I
Yeah.
don't know if you're open to talk about this, but on the COVID stuff, um, I'm very interested to know. Basically, we're finding out more and more these days that so many people were so wrong. We don't need to get into specifics, but many people, many institutions, the experts, they were so wrong about every aspect of this, so-called pandemic. And you were especially in the Muslim community, especially in the West, you were one of the very few voices who pointed out that it doesn't add up. There's a lot of question marks. This seems to be the exact opposite of what we should be doing. These experts seem to be having another agenda, misleading us. And I think it's very beneficial for you to explain to your listeners and to the Muslim community and the Ummah actually as a whole, like what led you to understand that what they were saying is wrong. What clued you in? What was that vision? Obviously, guidance is from Allah, but what specifically, like what was your mindset? Because you're unique, right? Very few people publicly came out and expressed skepticism in the way that you did, using your platform. And it was very risky too to use your platform and your channel because they're banning people and they were accusing people of misinformation if you went against the government narrative. But you, mashallah, out of your bravery, you stood up and you said that, well, this doesn't add up. I don't believe in this. I don't believe in that. But how can you help us understand like that mindset that you had? What made you think that there's something wrong here and I'm not just going to go with the narrative?
Well, when you mention that word, it's kind of tricky. I don't know if if we can even still use
We
it.
can say the word COVID.
Because the debates we put together, they got already taken down. Anything
Really?
that has to do with this topic that we did, they're gone. It's been taken
Really?
down. Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, wow.
It's gone. So a lot of obviously dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but a lot of critical thinking. I mean, it's interesting, us as a community, when it comes to the media as far as Palestine, if it comes to certain areas, we know these are we know the media lies, politicians lie, but then when we come to another area with another industry, and then just being careful with words that you use because algorithms and whatnot and they get flagged, because the other videos got flagged. This whole industry, you think that these are people with taqwa, of Allah, and that they're there for your best interests. And I've had many conversations with Muslim doctors also, and they're just, in other areas, their mind's open. When it comes to this, they're just shut. They're just like zombies, just following blindly. So we have the critical thinking. Shaitan doesn't take a rest. It's not like you have a group of people with taqwa and they have your best interests in mind. Many of these agencies have been captured, and we just have to still not be naive and do critical thinking and not look at anybody who questions things as somebody who is, because they're going. That's one thing a wise man said. When you see the whole herd going in this direction, maybe you need to go in the opposite direction, right?
Yeah, to the slaughterhouse.
So we have to be careful. We can't be naive, and that's a good point you brought up. And
yeah, well, may Allah bless you, and
you too.
we know that from hadith that Allah gives firasa to the believers, like that kind of penetrating vision and insight that is, other people don't have it. So that's something for the believer. So may Allah bless you and increase you and compensate you for anything that you're harmed, because there's so many Muslims as well as non-Muslims who are so aggressive. Like anyone who goes off of the narrative, you're just a misinformation agent, you're a traitor, like you're literally killing people, like those kinds of accusations. So may Allah bless you and reward you for that. We need more of that leadership, because guess what, the next psyop, the next thing that they have planned is going to be worse and worse and worse. So the fact that unfortunately there were a lot of Muslims who just went with the flow, that's very dangerous, and it's not a good sign for the future. We have to turn the tide.
Yeah, and we need leaders who are not just like blind sheep. Yeah,